Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, people? You tuned in live, Thrive 365. Waiting on some people to tune in. Get this thing lined up for tonight. You can see the topic in America. That's the topic for tonight. Hopefully my connection doesn't go in and out on you guys. Feel free to chime right back in if my connection goes out on you guys tonight. Uh, it's time to get it in. I don't have my co-host here with me. He got caught up at work. Hopefully he'll get to chime in the moment. I see Thad came. My uncle's on the line. Charlene Hendricks, welcome to the line. Welcome to the line. Hey, how y'all doing? Lisa Allison, what's going on, lady? One of my favorites. Anna Rogers, hey there, lady. What's going on? We got a real topic going on tonight. Sharika Henderson, we got a real topic going on, man. White privilege in America, man. This is Thrive 365. This is where success, substance, and relationships matter. This is a podcast via Facebook, man, that me and my co-host, Bernard Polk, has brought to you. He couldn't be here tonight. He's chimed in at his job. Hopefully he'll chime in here in just a moment. And we're going to get it in. Either way you put it, it's going to happen tonight. Going dolo if I got to. Solo dolo. Either way we put it, the connection is low out here, guys. If it goes out on you, feel free to chime right back in. It's gonna come right back on. Like I said, we're working on getting our lab together. And until then, I gotta do remote locations. And it is what it is. So we could jump into this thing, man. My co-host, hopefully he'll chime in a minute, because we normally vibe together. But if not, I need y'all to vibe with me. Vibe with me, ride with me. Tonight, we're getting it in for the one that is white privilege in America. As you can see, I'm a black man. Fine one at that. Did I say that? Real talk, true stories, man. It is real. It is a real thing. Y'all share this video. Make it go viral if you will. I don't mind, but share it. I know y'all know the situations that has happened over recently, things that's been going on all our lives, but the instances that had happened recently that's been in the apartment and shot the young guy in his own apartment. That's one of the things that sparked this conversation for me. It sparked the topic for me, and I want to have the conversation because, as you guys know, Thrive 365 is just one big conversation. Life is one big conversation, so I came to have it. And if any of you that's tuned in don't know the local news, if you don't know what has happened lately, there was a young lady by the name of Amber. I can't quote her last name, and I didn't do a lot of homework on this topic. Still moving and had a lot of time, but her name is Amber. Police officer walks in apartment, shoots unarmed man. It's quite simple. So if I can tell you the story real quick, it's a young lady. She's a police officer. She walked in a young man's apartment. She thought it was hers. She said that she proceeded to say that she had a long, grueling day and she was tired, and she walked into his apartment on accident. Well, you know, if you have ever went into somebody else's situation that wasn't yours, you knew right away. If you're away, I've done it before. I've gotten in somebody else's car. I've rode with somebody, went to the parking lot before they did, got in, thought what was their car, got into the car, and it was somebody else's car, and hurry up and got out. It not even being my car, haven't really rode in it but one time before. And hey, what can you say? I knew it wasn't mine. But this young lady, man, she proceeded to walk in uh, and saying that the place was hers, and the young man was unarmed. He was sitting there in his underwear, eating ice cream, if you will. She shot him in cold blood. She said she shot him in defense because she thought she was in her apartment. And come to find out, they actually had dealings with each other. So that means you had been in that apartment before. So you're not in a element that you haven't been in before. You know what I mean? If they had been talking before, I doubt that they were talking before that he moved into that building. I seriously doubt that situation happened like that. But basically, she got she they found her guilty. Uh, they gave her 10 years. basically because she's a police officer, I suppose. Let's see, Renard's trying to come on and see if I can add it. I guess because she's a police officer, supposedly they gave her only 10 years. Um, I beg to differ. I would like to say because she's a white woman first, that they only gave her 10 years. Let me back up a little bit so y'all can see what I did. So there you have it, man. The discussion is real. It is to be had. There's a white guy sitting right behind me. At the end of the day, you guys, when I tell you I'm the farthest you can find from a racist, I have plenty of white people and just other people. It's, whatever race it may be, man. I'm gonna get into that race thing in a moment. But whatever race it may be, just know that I have friends, business partners, of all sorts. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is not a bashing white people topic. That's not it. This is what we call a meeting of the minds. This is what we call an awakening, if you will, for both sides. So I'm here to have a discussion, man. I wish my co-host was here for this because this is a beautiful discussion to have. Y'all feel free to talk to me tonight because I'm gonna need y'all guys to ride with me and vibe with me to have this discussion, so I don't feel like I'm here by myself. So, like I was saying, young lady, she didn't get acquitted. She didn't get acquitted. She got acquitted. It's just been another sad thing, very, very, very sad thing, and it'd have been ugly. It'd have been ugly in the streets. But she only got 10 years. And if you look in the paper and if you read and if you just look through social networks, man, there's so many different memes and other topics, man. People are putting out there. Um, as far as the young lady that got like 20 years from firing a warning shot, she didn't even kill nobody, did she? Did she even kill anybody? Did anybody die? She fired a warning shot. That was standing her ground. Okay, this woman walked into someone else's apartment and blatantly, just straight, flat out, killed this man in cold blood. And I don't want to get into all the side things with her talking to a partner and having a side situation with her partner. He's a married man and all that. That doesn't play anything with anything with me. I don't care anything about that. My thing is, you are a person that walked into someone else's apartment and killed them in cold blood. Had that been a black woman, she would have received life. So this is what we're talking about tonight. And I just want to I want to push a button and do a quick whistle blow, if you will, on the whole situation. Because quite frankly, man, people are sick of it. Even white people, white privilege in America. Even white people are sick of it. Like, because without 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 destroying that whole, I don't know what you want to even call it, the whole idea of it, without destroying the idea of it, you're never going to have calamity. You're never gonna have a peaceful world. You're never gonna have it, man. You're just never gonna have it, man. It's called suppression, man. As long as you have that, you're gonna have suppression. You're always gonna have children being born in this world that feel like they have a right to suppress other people, that they feel like they're better than other people, and you're never gonna kill that mindset that lighter is better. Even amongst all different cultures, man. Within different cultures, the black cultures. Black. Let me see. I'm not gonna have my guy here. Black cultures, even amongst Asians and whatnot, man. All these different cultures, man, and different races, man, have this taboo situation where they feel like lighter is better. I was just in Asia, man. I was in China, and I was on a bus, and the bus driver had on clothing. The bus driver had on clothing to take care of their skin to make sure their skin wasn't dark. And it's a problem. Ronaldo, what's going on, brother?
Hey man, how you doing, man? I apologize, man.
Hey, it's all good, man. Things happen. I know when I have to travel, you hold it down. So, hey, here we have it, man. But welcome to the line, man. I'm glad you're on the dial, Doc. So we gonna have this conversation tonight.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to you, man. I'm like, wow, yeah, man. It's whoo, just like you said, a meeting of the minds, man. It's crazy. You know, just and I don't want to interrupt what you were saying, man, because I was listening, but it's funny because I've been listening to a lot of different people, and just in listening to different people, man, they've had stories.
Uh-huh.
They've had stories. They had stories about. I'm gonna give an example. Person told me that they basically were going home, right,
Right.
and weren't they wasn't high or nothing, weren't drunk, but they weren't just paying attention like they should have. Got off at the wrong floor at the apartment building
Mm-hmm.
to a door, went to another door that was like a floor above them. The door was halfway cracked open.
Okay.
Walked into the house. It wasn't until they walked halfway in the house, I'm talking about got in the house good, they realized, oh, this ain't my, oh, I'm in the wrong apartment.
Right. I think everybody has done it, man. At some point in time, I don't care if it's you being at your friend's house, being a kid, and walking to your friend's mother's house room.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Anything. You could be a kid and walked into your friend's mother's room and just knew that you was in the wrong room. Like,
Right.
I believe, man, awareness, man. Awareness. And this lady, she said she worked a long shift. You know, I wanted to give her credit for working a long shift, man, and she not knowing where she was. But, bro, only for like 3 seconds.
Right.
Only for like 3 seconds. I'm telling you. And this man, they said that he had like a red doormat, man. So immediately they should have known when they seen that red doormat. They knew where they were. You know what I mean? So being, but I don't want to go keep draw that out, man. Maybe we can come back to that. But I just want to really dive into the topic of white privilege in America. Like it's a real thing. And I was talking about the different races on how different races and different people and different cultures all have this facade that lighter is better. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like even like you have the baby doll analogy. I know you used it once upon a time ago with the kids looking at the baby dolls and them drawing to the lighter one. And if you watch the video, they had a video on YouTube where all the kids were saying that the lighter baby doll was better. You know what I'm saying? And it's a psychological thing, man. It's absolutely a psychological thing. And but what kills me is because if we don't drown out that idea, we're never going to get anywhere as a people, as a human race. Because I believe the different races is an idea. It's all an idea. Like they call us black. We're not black. We're brown. I'm brown. Well, you're brown. I'm pecan tan, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So it's already when you classify people and put people into classifications, that's how it gets started. But if you ask me, man, having all the different classifications about it's a power thing.
It is.
It's a power thing because if I can put you in a class, I can make a structure out of it. I can make a ladder out of it, if you will, a pyramid. You know what I'm saying? And just stack them on, stack one on top of another. It's a power thing.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely power thing because it's I guess it's like one of those things where if I put you in a class, then I can give my class privilege. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. In my opinion, a lot of the young people now are more liberal, and they just want it to be even keel. I think it's a lot of the older generation that don't want to give up the privileges. The privilege of, oh, between me and him, I'm probably gonna get the job. Or if a cop pulled me over, he probably gonna let me go or whatever. It's all about that privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think certain people want to give it up. Now, I will say this: a lot of the younger generation, I feel like they're more, like I said, more even keel, more liberal.
Yeah.
They're like, because we talked to them, we grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? They listen to the same music we listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I know some white guys
Hmm.
that act blacker than some black guys I know.
Oh no, let me tell you something. There's a whole new thing right now because this is how I know, man. Culture is culture,
Culture, culture.
and I can honestly say, man, I hate to talk about race. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I believe in human race. I don't believe in I'm black, I'm white, I'm Asian. I just okay. I understand that you have a way to describe different groups of people.
People. Mhm.
But if you, as long as you put an emphasis on those groups, you're gonna always have a group that's going to suppress another group. Understand that?
There you go.
It's
Thank you.
it's social racial warfare, if you will.
Yep.
And if you look back in the day, man, and you have all the different kingdoms or whatnot when they grew up in ancient Roman days and people were riding horses and swords. Understand this? They was
Mhm.
taking over kingdoms, and you have a group of people, and they would be conquered, and they would take your land. You would be subdued, become either
Slave.
enslaved, just a peasant, or whatever it may be. So, and I believe as long as you have that, and you have those old stories, man, where you have certain kingdoms that would take over and say, you know what, man, you will have a king that would say, no longer are we going to shackle other people.
Hmm.
No longer we're going to demand other people,
Hmm.
and they flourish. It's like a fairy tale, if you will.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what you have in here, man, you have well, my point just said, phew.
No. You on no. You making sense, man. I'm following what you're saying because as long as that king lets that happen, you know what I'm saying. Those people are gonna be in bondage. But as soon as somebody stand up and say, "Hey, no, let these people go," you know what I'm saying? Like it'll cease. It takes the top, somebody at the top, to decide, and it kind of trickles down. I think that's why so much of it is like they say that systemic. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Um, I man, it's funny. Last week, man, I was going into Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a white family walking in front of me,
Uh-huh.
and the child, like they're about 3 years old, they dropped their little baby doll.
Uh-huh.
I picked it up and gave it to the child.
Mm-hmm.
The child automatically ran to me and hugged me,
Right,
like hug my knees, like hug
right,
my knees.
right.
And I thought to myself, I was like, wow. I was like, naturally, people have naturally, you'll have love for another person. That's kind of natural. Somebody
Natural,
do something nice.
natural.
Somebody do something nice for you. You'll want to smile. And then I thought about it. I was like, when you see a young child who knows about racism, man, that was so taught.
Talk.
I just realized that it was so taught because
It's all
kids
talk,
naturally
man. It's all
kids
talk,
naturally just love each other.
bro. It's all talk. And then I would say, man, I will say one thing I can give credit to anybody that grows up in a region that has never seen someone that looks like them. It might
Mhm.
throw them seeing somebody that don't look like them.
Right,
I
right,
kind of can get that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
For instance, I was just in China, right?
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I was in China. Man, I had a little kid, man. I was sitting there eating my dinner, and everybody kind of was looking at me like, boy, what is he doing here? Like,
Right.
boy, you go to China, man, like, you living in America. You have all different cultures, everybody blended, everybody get the opportunity to see one another. So it's like, okay, cool. They're different from me, but I know that they exist. When you go to a country, man, that they are the majority and they don't get to see other people,
Mhm.
ooh, it's strong. And
Different.
it was a strong language barrier, very, very strong.
Okay.
They were looking at me
Okay.
like, what is he doing here? I didn't know if they thought I was an athlete or what, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
little kids will always tell you the truth. And
Man, you're right.
the little boy turned his head and looked at me like, what are you? Like, what in the world? What? He looked at me like, it was crazy. I don't know what this little boy was taught in his home. I have no idea what he was taught. But I want to give him credit and say, you know what? You probably have never seen anyone like me, and it puzzled you. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like I seen a albino, a young albino woman the other day. She had a big old fro. Her fro, it looked like it was glowing, dude. Like, it was so big. And then you know albinos, man, all their features, everything blends. I've seen albinos before, and I still had to take a look at this woman just to digest how she looked. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black man. I am the farthest thing away from racist. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But even for her to be albino and for me to digest how she looked, I had to give the little boy credit because he probably had never seen anybody look like that. But the thing is, with the people that know you exist, they see you every day. They have to work with you, pass you at the gas pump, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And what we have here, man, is going back to the point that we was making is it's almost like social warfare because it's like as long as and then it's like I put on the caption, it's unspoken. This is an unspoken thing. White privilege in America is an unspoken thing, but you know it exists. And at the end of the day, it's none of it is ever brought up until it's time to be brought up. Like the situation with the cop shooting the guy in the courtroom, and everybody weighing in on how the judge hugged her and the guy hugged her and the bailiff is brushing her hair. And I'm gonna tell you something was crazy, man. We had a discussion not too long ago, and the guys was bringing up a point. How in the world could you do that? Like, how could you go hug the guy, hug the person that killed your brother? Well, somebody brought up the point that you know what, God is this, God is real, and the people of God won't handle everything the same. And you know, our people, we're very forgiving people, if you will. You know what
We
I'm
are.
saying? But and it gets to a point that people take sides on things and have their thoughts on situations. And a lot of people having this discussion was saying, ain't nowhere in the world I would have hugged that woman after she killed my brother in cold blood. And somebody said, well, you know what, man? At the end of the day, this man said what he felt like God would do. And I had to back him up and say, man, can't nobody in this room say what God would do, because God's love is unconditional. And if it's unconditional, if he forget, man, listen, if it's unconditional, how can somebody tell that little boy, and he's a little boy, nobody could tell that little boy how he should feel and what he should do. But just looking at the whole act of it and how it was put together, all the memes and how everything was presented, how the media
The
presents
media.
things, the media,
The media.
I hate the media. I hate the
Man,
media.
it's,
I
it's funny.
swear to God, I do. I
Well,
swear
you
to
know, the
I,
media, that's the whole, but we can get on that. That's a whole nother topic. But, you know,
I'm gonna
I
talk
had to
about it tonight, later on.
I had to listen to what the man said, why he hugged her.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said what he said, you're not supposed to have malice in your heart.
Nah,
He said he hugged her because he had to forgive her. He knew he had to forgive her.
that was for him.
So that was for him.
That was for him.
So he wasn't worried about it, what nobody else said. He knew in his heart, hey, even though she did what she did, like you said, the Lord would forgive her, right? So I cannot, if I die tonight, I cannot leave this earth with malice in my heart. I'm gonna be judged for that. So that man was like, let me hug this woman and forgive her. I'm not saying that I've forgotten about what you did. It hurt me, but I have to forgive her. And I get that. Man, once he said that, man, I got that, man. And that's why when I put up that post, I was just saying a lot of people say, you know, they teach their kids, forgive, forgive, forgive. But a lot of people walk around with a lot of malice and hatred in their heart, man.
Mm-hmm.
More people than what we even realize, for real, for
Right.
real. And that ain't right, man. You can't be like that, man. You can't thrive like that, man.
You can't. But
Cannot.
I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Because
Go ahead.
some things be some things be a lot deeper than rap. Anytime you got the United States government, nothing United States government says or does is real. If they put it in front of you, boy, it is something a whole lot different than the back of their
That's
back,
true.
man. Just know
I
this.
agree.
And then I believe in the black and blue code, man. I believe in the police code. I believe in them washing their own hands. I believe in them washing each other's backs. You watch these shows and stuff, man. A lot of these TV shows and movies, man, they be based upon real factual situations. So if you have situations that's deep in a rap and you believe that, you have a young lady that was just given 10 years for taking someone's life, walking into their apartment, not to mention her messing around with a partner and all that. That don't mean anything to me. Not to mention that she knew the guy. They supposedly had a situation. If they supposedly had a situation, she knew exactly where she was. So with that being said, I try to give her credit because she was supposed to have been tired from a long shift. But being that she supposedly had dealt with this guy before, you knew exactly where you were. You understand this? So, man, I want to go a different. I want to go another measure because of the topic tonight, white privilege in America. Because of the topic, could it be possible that that whole situation was set up? Because the judge looked like she did not want to hug that lady. She has 10
Man,
years. Good behavior, she probably can get out 2 and 3.
so I thought about that too, to be quite honest with you. Because we all know that it's a lot of situations that's set up just to get a reaction from the public, just to see how the public gonna react. I thought about that. Then I thought about too, I thought, now, could the sentencing be, now, if it was just a random person who did this and they had a record or any type of, I feel like it would have been different also. I feel like the fact that she was a cop, I feel like that made it a little bit different too. But at the same time, what you're saying is very valid.
Yeah.
Very valid, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certain situations where people are actually hired to fake certain situations,
Yeah.
to act as though they were raped. Or, man, they got actual evidence of this. So yeah, what you're saying is very true, and you own something right there.
It's
You
real.
own
Then
something,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's like I forget who said it, but they call it it's the invisible package of unearned benefits. Like there's a benefit, just a benefit of being white. At the end of the day, you don't even have to earn it. You don't have to earn it. Like
Right.
had this been a black woman, it would
Now,
have been nothing to talk about, bro.
now going back. Now I want to rewind for 1 second. Going back to what you said.
Okay, let's do it.
The reason why I think that there's a lot of validity in what you said is because distraction is the main way a lot of things in this country have gotten done. For example, you put that out there as a distraction, and then you pass some laws that nobody even paying attention to because everybody's so honed in
That's
on
it.
that
On that situation.
and
The
something else
government's
happens.
serious, man. The government is
Man,
serious.
boy, it's so, people don't realize how strategic it is.
Yeah.
And it's, bro, man, we done talked about this before. Everything is so strategic and how it's passed. So yeah, you own to something right there.
Yeah.
You own to something.
And they, man, and to I don't want to make it all about the government and what they do because I don't want to get off the topic, but just know that it's centered around that. They created the government. They created the guidelines for the government. And as long as you have this idea of this privilege, as long as you have this idea and this concept, um, there will never be equality.
Never.
There will never be there will never be a fair education in this world. There will never be equal and fair treatment. There will never be we will never conquer the ideal of what's the word I'm looking for? We will never conquer the ideal of the words won't find me right now, man. But we'll never conquer the idea of pretty much a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? And because at the end of the day, as long as you have one race that is supreme, supreme speaks dictatorship. It does, because it speaks for everything else that falls up under. You understand what I'm saying? And
So
I'm kind of scared of what's going on right now because there is a well, my mind is bubbling tonight. There is a group. Trump actually supports this group, and they're called the Alternative Supremacists, I believe it is, something like that. Where it's a group of guys that says, "Listen, man, we understand that people of color is multiplying, and if we don't get things under control, we're going to be the minority." Listen, they passed a law saying that women can't have abortions. You know that, right?
right,
And it's crazy because there's a lot of black women, a lot of Asian women, a lot of different women that think this is about them. This is
right,
not. This
right,
is not about you, baby. At the end of the day, these people know that you're gonna have babies. We're outnumbering everybody as far as minority, because when we say we, you got to count Asians, you got to count Hispanics, you got to count everybody that is supposed to be a minority. At the end of the day, you have Caucasian women that are aborting their babies, okay? And with people mixing the races, with people different races coming to this country, with all these different, it's starting to become a situation where they feel like they're becoming a minority. And I can't remember the guy's name. He said it. He said it blatantly. He said it, and I kind of like the guy because he upfront. I like upfront people, and
right.
he had a bunch of valid
Don't
points, man, about
don't don't don't
structure.
don't hide it. Don't hide it.
No, 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 no,
Give it
no.
to
Don't
me.
hide.
Give
See,
it
this
to
is
me
the thing about
straight.
the government. This is why I can't
Give
stand the
it to me
government.
straight.
They hide what they do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
They hide their hands. Almost like that
right,
Hitler stuff. Hitler like, hey man, this is what we doing. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Overthrow me
right.
then. If you big and bad enough to overthrow me, overthrow me. But
But at least he
this
gave it to you
is,
straight.
oh yeah, he shoots it straight. I wish I remember this dude's name. He gives some strong points, but then he turns around and sounds like a pompous asshole. And he was speaking on some things that I was speaking of not too long ago, and
Was
I
this the guy
believe
talking? Was this the guy talking to Ti?
no, he was talking to Charles Barkley. Google it, pull
Okay,
it up on YouTube.
okay. I'm gonna have to.
Oh man, when he was talking in the beginning, I was like, yeah, you got some points. But at the
Okay.
same time, he kept talking. I said, oh boy, you an asshole, bro. You're an asshole. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, I believe this, Lord. I believe that you have groups of people in the world that are good and that are great at what they do. You have people in the world that their families are just good at what they do because it goes through their bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you ever grew up in high school, man, with them group of guys and that family, man, listen, you get into it with them, you're going to have to fight the whole family, and that whole family can fight.
Oh yeah.
It's in their bloodline to be aggressive. That you got
Yep.
that whole you have a whole family that you know the mother and father is stupid. They just smart as hell. Their GPAs is crazy, man. They just smart
Or
as hell.
or
They
everybody good at sports.
no, and everybody ain't good at sports. What I'm talking about is a family that their whole family is smart as hell, and you know that they're going to
Okay.
create a smart ass child.
Oh yeah.
You got one house over here that's super smart. It ain't. There's no race attached to this, but you have one family they're super smart. You have one family that they're genetically inclined. All their bodies are just built for whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got one family over here that's musically inclined. Everybody in their family can sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've seen it.
I do believe there are groups of people that God put here in the world that are good at certain things. And one thing that
Yes.
I had to point out, and I think I was the only guy that was pointing out to this, because everybody wants to take credit that black people are creators. We have created so much in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Our counterparts are awesome, great manipulators. They know how to put situations together and make them work. They're able to build structures. You understand what I'm saying? They're able to take your talents and make what they make out of it and make an empire out of it. And I had to have a discussion with my people that we was talking, a bunch of black men. I was talking to them and said, listen, man, at the end of the day, just know you can't take credit for all this creativity and not and say that, oh yeah, we create all this stuff and we are the masters of creation. And you can't tell me, well, if I'm telling you that I believe our counterparts are the masters of structure and manipulation, that you can take credit for that as well. You can't have credit for everything.
Everything, right?
You just can't. So,
right.
And I had to give them credit. That's why they're in the position that they are in. And true to believe, I believe we create so much. And we have so much potential to do this, that, and the third. But without certain components, you're always going to be suppressed. So, with that being said, that's why I said this is a conversation. Tonight, there's white people on this line. I have a white best friend, Lance Cragness. He's probably watching this right now. At the end of the day, if you can't kill the whole vibe in the thoughts, the theory of white privilege in America, you can't blend and you can't have, you will never have equality. First of all, you never have equality. And you will never have a people that's going to always rebel and buck in the workplaces or whatever. Because that's what they feel like we do. You know that, right? They be bucking, they too emotional, they this, that, and the third. Well, quit oppressing people. Quit giving Timmy the job when you know James is more qualified.
Yeah.
Let the first man to the job, let the first man to the product, let the first man to the idea be rewarded.
Or let the man who do the job the best.
Whatever man do the job the best, reward him. That part. And when you and then I'm gonna tell you though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said before, man, this is, without saying it, this is social warfare.
It is.
It's social warfare. You can't get around it. There's no other way to put it, man. But this is social warfare without saying it. It goes without being said. And people are not having the discussion. They're not having open, honest discussions about it. You just got people walking around upset, and you got people walking around saying, "Well, why do you guys act like this?" Well, I'll tell you why we act like this. Let's talk about it, and that's what we're doing tonight. So everybody that's tuning in, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm Dietrich Waters. This is Renard Pope, man. We are Thrive 365. This is what success, substance, and relationships matter. And being that the topic tonight is white privilege in America, substance and relationships is what we're honing in on tonight. We wanna repair relationships. We want to mend relationships. We want to build relationships. We want to be able to extend our hand. We want to be able to extend our arms and be able to wrap around people and say, listen, at some point in time, God has to prevail and says, listen, there's a race of people and we call them the human race. And we need a people that are part of the white community to understand this, so they'll understand where we come from and the anxiety and the anger, the resentment. We need you guys to know where we come from. And the reason we even having this topic tonight, because a lot of people don't know. They don't know.
You know, it's funny. Whenever this topic comes up, a lot of people will say, "Well, by talking about it, you're keeping it going. Quit talking about it." So, should we talk about it and make a conversation, or should we just be quiet and it'll go away?
I'm gonna ask you a question. I know you just asking this question, so the topic keep going. If there's a little girl across the street in the house, you haven't seen her in the last 3 years. You've seen their older brother come and go, but you haven't seen this little girl in the last 3 years.
Okay.
And you got a whim from a guy that came and lit their pilot one day. That they heard a little girl crying in the basement.
Okay.
Is that to be swept under the rug and not talked about?
Nope. We need to talk about that.
Social injustice, man. Social injustice just don't happen in the courtroom. It happens in people's minds every day. Every day, man.
So you would agree that this is something that we need to talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more we put it out there. See, a lot of people feel like we're perpetuating the situation by talking about it.
I'll say this, Renard, we have to talk about it because a lot of people don't talk about it. That's why it's called the unspoken thing. I think people don't know how to talk about it. And I believe with conversation becomes education.
Okay.
It's just like us having these conversations every Tuesday. We become more fluent, we become more confident, we become more astute, we become we know how to relay our message a little bit more better every week. When you go to school, when you do your job, it's a numbers game at the end of the day. And some people say, man, I'm getting tired of y'all preaching this 4 acres and a mule. Listen, I know I'm never gonna get 40 acres. You're not even gonna give me a damn mule, okay?
Okay.
But one thing is, I would like equal opportunity, okay? And when I speak about equal opportunity, that even speaks in the lines of justice. In the lines of justice with the police officers, this, that, and the third, and in the minds of people. Like, you ever go in a place, man, you ever walk in a place, you're on a black guy there, and you can feel the intensity? That ain't God. That's called an injustice. That's social injustice. Just like that.
Just like that.
I want to kill the narrative. I want to create another narrative, man. I want to create another narrative. And so what I do is, you know how I kill it? I first of all, I address everyone in the room that I can that made me feel like this. I shake their hand, looking square in the eyes. Man, listen, I refuse to feel like I'm under anybody. I don't want that feeling. I don't want you to have that feeling. If a white male, Hispanic, whatever you may be, walks into a room full of black men, I would hate for him to feel not secure. I would hate for him to feel like he's in danger or he's not wanted.
Welcome.
More so anything. You're not welcome. I hate that. I hate that feeling.
So you would go over and shake his hand, introduce yourself.
What's that?
You would go over and shake his hand, introduce yourself.
Damn right. Oh yeah. How you doing, man? I'm Dietrich. Like, that's what, like, people always be like, man, everywhere you go in the world, bro, you just meet people, you make friends. Like yeah, man, I don't meet no strangers, dude. And just because you are my white counterpart, like, man, I don't feel no kind of ways about you, bro. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how big your ding-a-ling is. No, none of that, bro. I'm a man at the end of the day, dog. I'm a man. Just like you a man, you gotta put your pants on just like I did. So at the end of the day, man, we had to change the narrative of how we speak. We got to speak more impeccable, be more impeccable with our words. Speak profoundly. Quit speaking like a nigga, for the lack of a better term. I gotta say that word because people know where you come from when you say that.
All right.
Speak like what you are, a person, a human being that has etiquette. Because one thing I've learned about people is, and I've learned about our counterparts, they don't like to talk to people that don't act like they don't know how to talk.
You know what? I think that kind of goes across the board. I don't like to deal with people who, I don't care what color you are.
Yeah.
No, I don't think a lot of people just like ignorance.
Right.
Ignorance is just something that's not accepted or warranted. It's just like, but when you meet anybody has intelligence and can speak and captivating, it's like,
And you're more prone to listen. You're more prone to listen to somebody that speaks well. They hold your attention. When somebody can't talk, man, they holding long pauses and this and the third. You just be like, man, get it out. I got stuff to do, dog.
That's what it go.
Hey, time is ticking. The Lord coming back. I got stuff to do, man. Come on, bro, spit it out. But at the end of the day, man, and we talking about white privilege, man. And somebody that's watching right now might be like, what does that have to do with anything what you guys talking about? Using etiquette, man, will get you a long way in the world. Knowing and learning how to play the game. There's a game to be played because white privilege, it does exist. And now we've been speaking about some things along the line in this conversation, and trying to address a few people within the conversation, addressing black people, learning how to carry. I'm coming back to that. Addressing white people and allowing some people to realize that this does exist. Don't be naive. This does exist. And just because you have a privilege doesn't make you better.
No, it doesn't.
If you can get that, man, I'm telling you, man, you'll see heaven. You'll be a good place in your life. I'm telling you, but more things will come down the pipe for you, knowing that you do have this privilege. You was born with the privilege. You and I could have been born white, bro. We could have
been born white.
The guys that were just out on this patio, they could have been born black, man, and they would have had the same set of situations. You know what I'm saying? But being that you were born how you were born, man, you had to create the guideline and the story and the narrative for your life. So when I'm talking to white people, man, it's just like, listen, bro, just know that you have this privilege, but that does not make you better. And if you want to even be better, kill that idea. Kill that idea. Kill that idea, because all it is doing is trying to suppress groups, not just a group. It's not just us. Groups of people. So your race can be at the top to suppress other groups of people. And understand, if you want a good life, and you have substance, you will find it in yourself to kill that. And I know you can, because there are people that do. I see it all the time. Videos, YouTube, you got people that do. Like the one white lady with the glasses that did the YouTube video, that she was in a group, she was in an auditorium full of white people. And she said,
I remember that. I saw that.
Anybody in here right now, on the sound of my voice, if you are a Caucasian, how many of you, with a show of hands, will raise your hand if you would switch places right now with a black person? Silence in the building. Nobody even moved, because they know there's a truth to it. They know there's a truth to it. They know that there is privilege to being white. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with being born into it. You were born into it. It's a invisible package that you didn't earn. It's a benefit that you didn't earn. You were born into it.
There you go.
You didn't do anything to earn it. You didn't beat nobody across the head. You didn't take anything. So anybody that's white that's watching this, just know this is not a bashing situation. This is education from black men saying that, listen, we get it. We totally get it. We totally get it. And man, bro, it's crazy. And I'm gonna come back to the black people in a minute. No, I'm telling you now, black people, this is also education for you to know that you can't handle yourself any kind of way if you're going to play this game of warfare. Let's say the game of chess. People, when you hear warfare, people think about guns, knives, taking lives. Okay?
Right.
But if you want to be honest, lives are being taken every day. And they're using their weapons. They call the police. Okay? And they're using their weapons called population control, food. Okay? All this stuff they put in this food, some of their people are casualties of war. Listen, man, we don't want to be the minority. White women are aborting their babies. We don't want to be the minority. And they don't have a problem with telling you this. You just got to keep your eyes open and keep your ears open. But it's chess, baby. It's social warfare. And at the end of the day, we're not looking to kill none of that people, man. Like, at the end of the day, you don't see black men killing big groups of white people. We just don't do that. We don't do that. We the most loving, caring people. We'll kill each other. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know where it came from. I'm gonna break that down one day, and I'm gonna do me a little homework on it. But I believe a lot of that is a cocktail that they've cooked up as well. Man, they've done a good deal of that. Like I said, they're the masters of manipulation. And I want to give them credit for what they've done in their malice, but I also want to give a discredit to our people for not realizing it and not fixing it within ourselves.
There you go. Taking responsibility.
Taking responsibility, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, there is even a new breed of people. Like, our culture is contagious, man. we have a new breed of people, and we're still on the topic of white privilege in America. We have a breed of people, man, that it's fascinating to me. It's fascinating. I couldn't do nothing but sit back and just smile and laugh. Like, I can't believe this, dude. I really can't believe what I'm looking at right now. And I was in a barbershop. White chick come in, cool as hell. She cool as hell. Her name Sage. Her name is Sage. But she's super cool. Walk in, talking Ebonics, got a swag on. Hey, I want to get my boy's haircut. Who can cut my baby hair? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, we can cut little man. Little man came in, little white dude, little white little boy. Got in the chair. He like, mama, look, I want my haircut like such and such, and I want some lines on the side. Straight swagged out, man. I'm like, hold on for a second. You can tell they live in the black community, or be around some black people, right? So mess around, man. Little boy getting his haircut, right? Door chimes. His daddy walk in, pulling his pants up. I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. He was like, hey, what y'all give my boy? Hey, make sure y'all give him some lines on the side. He was a white dude. I was like, what? I just knew this was a woman that had she had a white son with a white male, and got with a black man, and the black man is in love with this white woman. She's in love with this black man, and he's raising a white son. Which I always like to see that type of stuff. I like to see the mixed stuff. I like to see mixed races loving one each other to be able to offset and kill that other stuff. Because you always hear these cases about older white man finally puts down all his prejudices because he has mixed grandchildren. Love to hear that, boy. Now, hold your head right here. Get some sense in your damn head. And it take the love of children to give that to people sometimes. I love that. But
so this an all white family.
Yeah.
Like, was you like, wait, like, I mean, I feel you though, because you wouldn't think. I mean, I guess they live in the black community, and they just show you how, like you say, how strong culture is.
But let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what's so funny. This is why it's funny to me. Bro, they may not even live in a black community. They very well may live in an all-white community. You know what? Good. You know what community I know they live in though? Because everybody lives in it. Social networks. The internet. This is the generation in the era of the internet. You could be whatever the hell you want to be, bro. If you want to be of a Lebanese culture, if you want to be a Muslim, if you want to be of a Balinesian culture, David Bali, what's up, David E? What's up? I see you on here, bro. My boy from Bali, man. Listen, whatever culture you want to be from,
you can be that.
The information is on the internet, and you can be that.
You can be that. Wow.
So it's a beautiful thing. That part is a beautiful thing. But I'm gonna tell you what's funny. This man can have and present the culture that he want to live in, and that he want to present, and that he want to be, and still have white privilege.
Wow.
And he got something that everybody ain't got. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
His only duty is, if you're gonna take all this culture and all this swag, you make sure you deal with the people that you got it from, deal with them right. You owe that.
You owe that. You said that well. Yeah. That part.
That part. You owe that, man. You owe that. I ain't gonna lie, man. They cool. I can't really remember dude's name. He was in briefly, you know what I'm saying? Seen his son, that and the third, kissed old girl in the mouth and walked out. He kissing the mouth. I said, well, I guess they together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he just came in here and checked on his son. She getting his son a haircut. He gonna bounce out and go do this thing. No, that was his lady, bro. He lived in a house with a white woman, raising a white son. You know what I'm saying? They just act black.
Culture. Hey, culture. Like you said, man, social media, man, that culture, man, is contagious, man.
Yeah, it is, man. But
that's what they choose. I guess that's what they choose to identify with.
Yeah.
What they feel most comfortable.
Yeah. And man, I really want to find out, man, how in the world can we change the narrative and kill how they perceive us. Um, Poor, lazy, dangerous, but stronger. For some
I
reason,
think,
they I ain't even cut you off there. For some reason they do have this idea that if you have black skin, you're stronger, you run faster, you leap higher. I think it got some truth to that, but
well, now a lot of that goes back to the media and how, like I said, man, the media portrays us in a negative light, man.
oh
For a
yeah,
lot of people, for a lot of people who, like you said, you could be in China, you've never seen black people before. All you got is the media to go by. Look how we portrayed.
yeah,
So that's one thing we battling against. All right, and then you figure with the hierarchy, we don't get the best of everything. We actually start. A lot of us start in the negative.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that part.
Instead of even starting on an even playing field, a lot of us start in a negative.
And the negative.
A lot of us don't even, like you said, man. I feel like people who grow up. Don't get me wrong. I know people like yourself who grew up with just a mother in the house, but I feel like somebody else who had both parents might have had privilege to more things because maybe it was more money coming in the house. You know what I'm saying? Just simple
Right.
things like that. Or maybe I want to go to this or that, but my mama working hard to put a roof over my head. Other parent free that can take me to this or that. I wanted to play sports, so I wanted to be a part of this. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a lot of us black people, I feel like we already started negative just because our parents trying to do whatever they can to put that food, keep their kid, on the table. Just having two parents in the house. A lot of us
Yeah.
don't have that. I was fortunate enough to have it, but I listen to others, man, and I feel what they're saying, man. Like it's hard to raise a family these days, man, on one income. It's hard as hell. And
Yeah.
and 21 gun salute to your mother and other mothers that did it. Because I
Yeah.
don't see how they did it, man. It didn't add up. I know that was God. But you
Pray
know,
God, man.
yeah. But anyway, man, like I said, man, a lot of people, a lot of minorities start like a lot of the Hispanic community, they come over here with nothing.
Nothing.
But they
And
get
make
it.
something.
They
Nothing,
get it.
dog.
They
Nothing.
get it.
And
They
make
get it.
something. And that's how I know it can be done, man. So I want to jump. I want to jump back to black people right now, man.
But yeah,
From
yeah,
what this
definitely.
man just said, if you heard what that man just said, you got people that come over here and make nothing, make something out of nothing, man. Make sure that the stereotypes that are put on your life and that are put on our people, man, don't hold to be true. Okay? And I would like to say, man, to our people, man, make sure, man, you operating in togetherness. And when I say togetherness, everything works in its compartments. You got to build the black community to make the black community stronger. Okay? For other counterparts to respect it. So,
Right.
and I want to say this to black people listening. You listen to me very, very well. It is social warfare. Don't get mad at another race, at another group of people for empowering their people. Because this is something that we talk about all the time.
So,
You got Asians that empower themselves. You got all these different groups that empower themselves. Shame on you if you point the finger and you talk about other people empower themselves if you don't look to empower yourselves.
there you go.
That's why we
That part
have
right
these
there.
conversations. This part, Renard and I are trying to play our parts in the community, on our social communities, as of right now. Working on our physical communities to play our part to build up this department. Because don't get me wrong, I believe in the human race. I believe in taking care of one another. There ain't no way in the world that I'm going to see any other race that needs something, a person that needs something, and I'm in their vicinity that I don't come through. But just know, shame on me if I don't turn to somebody that looks like me and help that person and shun that person. That's the problem. Not just helping us, that's willing to help, but shunning a person that looks like me. not producing for somebody that looks like me, not supporting somebody that looks like me. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. I just want you people to know that that's under the sound of our voice, man, right now. That if you're a part of any race, any group, you gotta work within your group, build up your group, and build everybody as an entity. And inevitably, you have to mesh them all, because if you don't, you're always gonna have divisions. You're always gonna have division.
There you go.
No, can we read some messages right quick, man? Some comments,
Definitely.
man, folks, because we don't want to get out of here and we ain't rock with the people.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna read fast. Hey, y'all, if I skip over anybody, man, we apologize tonight because we're running out of time. Normally we do this thing for an hour. When we're out of here, it's 9:05. We're gonna show some love. We're gonna read some comments. Hopefully we did y'all guys a justice tonight, and I do you guys a disservice and not covering this topic properly. Feel free to come in if we did. Commissioner Porter said we need to talk about it. It brings awareness. Amen. Rachel Trigger says talk about it. If the wound isn't seen, none can help heal it. If you hide it, it gets bigger and it gets sicker.
Okay. Good word. Good word.
Yeah. If you don't talk about it, man, it only gets worse. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. Okay. Jeremy Love said it's very important for our growth as a people that we talk about it. Shalene Henry said yes, equal opportunities is needed amongst the races. Yes, sir. Richard Treger says dumb people get on my nerves. All right, Anna Rogers, here we go. We got some meat and potatoes right here, real quick. All through high school, my sister used to tell me I just don't understand being profiled. Okay, cool. Matter of fact, hey y'all, this is a very special situation for me right now. I always point out Anna because she's my business partner, man. She's my business partner. She was my friend before she was my business partner. We connected on a deep level, man, when it comes to human beings, man, and just talking about culture and relationships, man. We met some time ago, long time ago, man, on a trip. And when I tell you, we had countless conversations about the meeting of minds and people. She's Hispanic. She's Mexican. And Anna, if you don't mind, I don't know what you're gonna say here. I'm gonna read it, and if she doesn't, I'm going to kind of like touch on Renard. Do you mind?
No, please go right ahead.
I want to touch on the storyline that she shared with me as far as how she grew up. Because Anna, she's lighter than her sister and her mother. She's Mexican. Now she's Mexican, but I can honestly say myself, when I look at Anna, I don't see a Mexican. She looks like she might be like from Barcelona or something like that type of Spanish. But I'm gonna read her comment, then I'm gonna proceed from there. But she says, all through high school, my sister used to tell me, I just don't understand being profiled. Growing up, I was always the lucky one, light hair and eyes. I was an athlete, honor student. My sister, a chola. You know what a chola is, Renard? A chola is one of the Mexicans, like that. You know what Dickie suits. You know what I'm saying? The bandanas and all that. Oh, that's a chula. Okay. A chola is a girl version.
Okay.
Of a chula. Okay. So you can tell I've been out there in LA, baby, and getting that sassy, getting that savvy down. All right, learning a little something. A sister, a chola, dark, because they normally have dark hair. All of them have long black hair. They'd be beautiful. Dark, and you could tell she was Mexican and always in trouble. One day she was driving her truck home from the shop. It was fixed up, custom paint, rims, etc. My mom was following her. She got pulled over on the freeway by the LAPD. My mom pulled over with her. She got out of the car and asked what the problem was. The officers told her to get back in the car or else. Apparently, they pulled my sister over because her radio was too loud. She was on the freeway and her system was not connected. When she said that, they told her radio was too loud. Guess what, Bernard?
What?
She didn't even have a radio.
Wow.
So, it was then seeing my mom and sister upset that I finally began to understand. So, being that me and her that had this conversation already, I told her somewhat of the topic of what I was going to speak on, because we do business together, so we have to talk day-to-day basis. So telling her the topic that we was gonna speak on, man. She just kind of poured out there, man, what she has gone through dealing with her sister and her mother. Even her mother is dealt with racial profiling. She's Hispanic, she's Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Mother, beautiful person, man. Beautiful spirit, man. This lady wouldn't hurt nobody, nothing, man. Give you her last. Like
Wow.
me talking to her, man. Just like
Right.
and seeing her how she reacts to people and just how she
Mm-hmm.
dealt with me. It's just like, bro, man, listen. For somebody to do something to that lady, man, click, back up, homie. This one right here, one of mine. Not just because she knows me, but she's good people. You know me, man. Once I befriend good people, man, they become mine. You ain't gonna do nothing to this one. You might do something to that one over there because they might be doing this, that, and the third. But this one, they good people. Clack, clack, they belong to me. And I'm gonna go to war for them. She one of those people, dude. So being that, man, her mother, man, is Hispanic and dealt with racial profiling, and her sister, and that she didn't have to deal with that growing up, man, led her to the understanding that racial profiling and all that exists, and that leads back to the topic that white privilege in America, all that exists. Profiling, racial profiling exists. All right, let me go back to these topics, these comments, man. We're gonna get out of here tonight. Jessica Bowen says they say negative things about us to keep us down. It's up to us to believe who God said we are and live it. Amen. Let's get it. Rachel Trigger says, I see more lazy white people and more black people who go to work every day, raising families, and death not dangerous. Oh man, that's crazy because that came from a white woman. All right. Commissioner Roy Portress says, in America, for every one black male graduating from college, 4 are headed to prison. White privilege has a lot to do with the pipeline to prison. God. I'm gonna read that again.
Okay.
Ready, Renard? And
Yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna
ready.
get out this line for the night. She said,
I'm
in
ready.
America, for every one black male graduating from college,
Mm-hmm.
10 more are heading to prison. White privilege has a lot to do with the pipeline to prison. I can't get deep tonight and even talk about that because I'm not educated enough on it to even really speak on it right now. But maybe we can revisit that. But one thing I know for sure is a lot of impoverished areas don't get the proper education.
True.
And whatever area you from, and they don't have the proper education, the lack of education, there's a increased rate of crime.
Yep.
Okay, and where you have a lack of education, the increased rate of crime, just know there's going to
Prison
be people going to prison. Okay,
gonna
prison
rise.
reform doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. They push back into these communities, man, with no type of reform, no type of real love, no type of grip on reality, because reality, as they have known it, has changed while they were sitting down. Time has sat still for these people while they were sitting down. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
prison reform doesn't exist. They're put back into these communities unreformed, and the cycle continues. They have children, the cycle continues, and
Mm-hmm.
and there you have it. And the people that are the 1%ers, and the people that are at the top, and the people that are getting the superior educations and all this, that, and the third, they're at the top. They're sitting down, they're smiling, and some of them just don't know. They just don't know. And so for those that don't know, we're addressing that today. Now you know. And for those that do know, shame on you, homie. I won't see you in hell. Okay? Make
Okay.
better what you can make better, man. Ronaldo, man, it's 9:14, man. I hope
Okay.
everybody had a good time tonight.
Man, we might have to do a part 2 on this, man. This is good, bro, man. You touched on some stuff, man, and it need to be said, my brother. Like, hey, this is improving our community and also bridging the gaps between other communities, man. And
Yeah,
need to be
yeah.
said, man. I mean, it's a hard topic, but hey, we got to tackle it, man.
Hey, man, it's tight, but it's right, baby. It's tight, but it's right,
Go.
man.
There you
Hey,
go.
man, let's keep going, dog. Let's keep going. I'm feeling some kind of waves right now, man. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Hey, y'all check in next Tuesday at 8 p.m. We're bringing the topic. It might be fun, and it might be just like this. But one thing for sure is we're going to grow. We love you. We love you. You've been tuned in to Thrive 365 with success, substance, and relationships matter. The topic tonight was white privilege in America. It does exist. You may be privileged, but you're not better. Let's just love one another. I know you have what you have. You know we know you have what you have. And it is what it is, baby. Everybody's born like they born. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Renard, you want to tell the people you love them?
Man, just want to say I love y'all. Man, I apologize for not being there with you, man. But
All
man,
good.
hey, I want you to know, man, you said some things, man, that man, it blessed my spirit, man. And I know that somebody else out there, you know, man, it really hit home for them.
Yeah, there it is. I know it probably hit home, bro, because I got water in the back of my eyes. And I just feel like somebody got it tonight. And it ain't nobody, it's probably not even somebody black. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we know it exists. We just got to make it a discussion so some people that don't know, or some people that do know, and exercise their right, man, to exercise humanity. That's all we saying. Hey, we love y'all. 21 Gun Salute. Next
21
Tuesday,
guns salute.
8 p.m., we bringing 5 topics. We can bring a real substance. Next week, homies, y'all make sure y'all share this. This is real. Thrive 365 on Real Talk TV. See y'all next week.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Right on. Hey, Nardo.
Yeah.
Love you, my dog.
Love you too, man.
For sure. We out.